A calibration file is needed for the system to be able to generate quantitative results. Open the Novasoft user interface and click on Calibration File, followed by Create Calibration File. Input the name of the gas standard you will be using for the calibration. You should have a standard gas sample that includes the target compounds at known concentrations. Then, use the drop-down menu to select the method to be used. Use the concentration unit drop-down menu to select the units you will use in your calibration sequence. Use the plus button above the table to add a calibration sequence. Begin by inputting a sampling time in minutes. Then use the drop-down menu to select the compounds for this calibration sequence. The menu will include the compounds previously used in the selected method. Once you select a compound, click Add to add it to the table. You can also click on Add All to add all of the compounds from the menu to the table. Once a compound has been added, input its concentration in the corresponding box in the table. These should be the concentrations of the compounds in your standard gas sample. To delete a compound, you can select it in the table and then click on the trash can icon. When finished, click on Save to add the sequence to the calibration file. The sequence now appears in the calibration file table. You can edit the sequence by selecting it in the table and clicking on the pencil icon. Save any changes you make and they will be updated in this table. Use the plus button to create another calibration sequence. You should create 3 or more sequences using different sampling times or different concentrations. This allows the system to create a calibration curve and calculate the correction factors. In this example, the second sequence has a different sampling time from the first, while the third has different concentrations. You can also delete a sequence in the table by selecting it and clicking on the trash can icon. Now our calibration file includes 3 sequences with different sampling times. Once you have finished your calibration file, click on Save and give the file a name. The new calibration file will then appear in the tab on the left under its method. You can edit an existing calibration file by selecting it and editing the parameters. To save this as a new calibration file, click on Save As and save the file under a new name. You can also delete a calibration file by selecting it and clicking the Delete button at the top of the page.